It's day 11 of Advent of Code, and let's see how ChatGPT fares against Plutonian Pebbles. I'll take the whole description, paste it into ChatGPT, and attach my input file here, and let's see what happens. Okay, so this is following the very similar approach that I was using for part 1, just doing really 25 transformation steps and adding the stones to a new list of stones. And the result we got here is 198075, which is correct. So the first part was no trouble for ChatGPT. So let's see if second part will be more interesting. So following. Right, so it's trying to do the same thing with like the basic simple solution with range to 75, which will mean that it will run out of memory very soon because the numbers, the length of the array of stones will become very, very large, the list of stones. So this will not work, which it will very soon figure out. So the question is if it will know what to do and how to simplify the tracking, like track less stones instead of tracking all of them at once. So it's now redefining the transformation somehow, but it seems it's doing the same thing essentially. It's yeah, this is the same thing, just rewritten, nothing too original here. So this doesn't, this will not work. But hopefully it will realize that in a while the processing will just run for a long time. That's way too much. Yep, no progress so far. Okay, so now it's doing something new. No, it's not. It's actually doing the same exact thing. What is more? Well, I'm confused. It says it's using a new, more optimized version, but it seems completely the same. That doesn't. How does this work? Is it just counting the numbers? It's very confusing. Oh, really? Not very likely. After 75 blinks, there are just 11 stones, which is pretty incredible when you think about it, because you only split the stones into 2 or have the equal number of stones, and after 75 blinks, there are just 11 stones, which means they kind of disappear or something. that's magic. So that's not correct at all. Yeah. But what it does is somehow it tries to count the stones, but it's counting them all together in one variable, which doesn't make any sense, I think. It just, this cannot work. Yeah, now it's going back to the original approach of actually building up the list of stones. So I don't think that's leading anywhere. So I think we can safely say this is not going too well for ChatGPT. And even though before we had situations where it then suddenly solved the second part, I don't think that's happening here, because it's just stuck with this approach, and the simplified approach, which seemed originally quite close because it was doing the counting of stones, is counting them all together instead of counting per number on the stone, which is something that could have worked. So I think overall we can pronounce this as a failed attempt for the second part. So the first part was solved very quickly because it was just a brute force, but the second part is just not something that ChatGPT is able to handle right now. Well, I think we can call it a day, because this will run for a while and it doesn't seem it will. Okay, so it now exceeded resources. And oh, wait. We have something here. No, not really. It is counting the stones and adding the count, but then not restoring the actual new stones that were happening. So, and now it's getting back to counting them all together, so that's not useful at all. So it's circling around the right solution, but it's not actually getting there. No. So I think we can really call it off. So still, thank you for joining this session. It was interesting, and we will see if ChatGPT can improve for day 12. So thank you, see you tomorrow, and until then, have a great day.